everyone. We're here with Cindy G. Price, Red Hot Mama, Don't Judge, the newest CD release, and we're talking about that before the commercial break. And I had forgotten about the Associated Press and the incident with someone in Richmond sort of blasting you for questioning the agreements that you had with the folks who asked you to write the jingle. You talk about being run over by the bus. It seems that people have strong reactions to your music. You mentioned the Henry County Sheriff's Office. You said, I don't know them. It wasn't personal, it was music. Why do people get so, why did they have such visceral responses to your music?
I think that particular song was because it was involving our local people. But please understand, I didn't know the people. I was just writing a song about what the news people were, you know, talking about. That's all. I do songs for charitable organizations, Red Cross. I do earmark songs for disasters. I do it all. I mean, don't limit yourself. And I feel like my community has really, they've become narrow-minded. And I hear a lot of people use this word in here in Henry County, poor white trash. So I wrote a song about it. I did. It's titled Poor White Trash. It'll be released soon. God is good in all the ways of our lives if we'll let Him. If we want to sit around and complain and frown about no jobs and, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that, well, can't never did anything. Can't never did anything. Be willing to try. Be willing to try.
So you hear, you know, conversations and you see news stories and you have, you meet people and they draw you or lead you to write songs. Let's talk about your instincts in terms of that format and how you do it. What's the process?
Okay, it could be anything from someone that I notice in a checkout line, you know, to a mother who's raising children on her own. That's a song on this album called Red Hair and Freckles. It's absolutely beautiful. I do country, gospel, bluegrass, any genre you want, I write it. My main goal is to get a big artist to do some of my work, and I'm not going to stop till it happens. Believe and you'll receive.
So that's what happens is you write songs, and if you really are going to be known and successful, I would say you're very successful locally and regionally.
God bless you.
But to be nationally known or internationally known, you have to connect with an artist. Let's talk about that process.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's an act of God. It truly is. Music is not for the faint of heart. But the main thing is stay focused, stay determined, remove can't from your vocabulary, and surround yourself with positive people. Sure, there's a lot of negativity in the world. Sure there is, not just in Martinsville and Henry County.
Right, but do you run from that, or do you...
Oh, absolutely not.
Do you use it?
I want to grab the bull by the horns. I like to take a negative and turn it into a positive. I look at disappointments as opportunities. You know, I went down in the woods, deep into the woods, built a cabin, a fish pond, since I've been a widow. I did all this on my own with the help of good men in the community who were willing to work with me, and I finished it. And you guys are welcome to come anytime you'd like.
Yeah, isn't it that drive that you have?
Oh, yes, I'll never give that up.
That gets you the success that you've been able to achieve. Let's talk about where that comes from. Where do you come from?
My mama. Yeah, my mama.
I guess people want to ask you all the time. Are you from the local area?
Yes, I am. Born and raised.
Okay, so you're born and raised in Martinsville and Henry County. What do you mean your mom gave you that kind of get going?
When I was a little girl, she would always say, do it, baby, do it, baby. No matter what it was I wanted to do, dance, sing, whatever it was I wanted to do, sports, anything, do it, baby, do it. And even from the grave, many years later, I still hear my mama say that. My mother and father have been gone for many, many years, and I will never forget the hard work that was instilled in me. Work hard. Don't expect anything to be given to you, you know? And really don't expect anything in life. That way you're surely not going to get disappointed. But believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because if you're waiting for someone to come in and do it for you, you'll be waiting forever.
You talk about getting with an artist as an act of God. Let's explain to folks who are interested in writing music and that kind of thing. They've written some songs, perhaps, and their dream is to get with an artist. What do you mean by act of God? How difficult is it? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's very difficult. If you can get a song recognized on a local scale, get it radio airplayed, well, when you put anything on YouTube or it's on the airways, it gives these scouts that work with these big artists an opportunity to hear you. And maybe, just maybe, with prayer and a wing, they'll say, I want that.
Okay, and you do have songs and your videos on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
How long have you been using that as a resource? I mean, we know there are lots of
Many
artists.
years.
Right, there are lots of artists who've gotten famous through
Yes,
YouTube.
yes.
Do you reach out to artists? Do you write letters or emails? I'm sure there are people that are
yes.
trying to do that.
Yes,
and
but
how successful?
99.9% of artists that are already signed do not accept any solicited material. Any.
Really?
None.
So who's doing their research for them? Who's getting them these great songs?
I tell you what it is. They've got a staff of writers.
Okay.
And that would be a dream come true for me,
Sure.
to be a staff writer for a big artist.
Really?
Yes, oh, absolutely.
That would really be something, wouldn't it?
On this album here that these guys are presenting, you're going to hear James Brown. You're going to hear bluegrass country. There's a song on there I wrote about my grandma, Blue Ridge Mountain grandma. Old Hound Dog, Tent Revival. I absolutely love Tent Revival. It's a memory of when I was a little girl, 6 years old, going with Mama to a tent revival in Mount Airy, North Carolina. And we had a ball. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever was, but of course I'm a child, you know, I didn't realize what it meant to fall out in the spirit.
Right.
So I went home and told Daddy the preacher knocked her down. And Daddy said, do what? So he went the next night. Well, needless to say, the preacher got knocked down.
Wow.
You see the mentality of people back years ago.
Yeah, but that's all part of who you are now as a songwriter.
That's who I am.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back with more Cindy G. Price right after this.